May 17th, 2017. The day that was supposed to be the happiest of my life. 400 guests. Church packed. $120,000 already spent. I was standing at the altar in a custom tux, heart beating so hard I could hear it. The organ started. Doors opened. Everyone stood up. And then, nothing. No bride. Just my best man, my own brother Ryan, running down the aisle, face white, holding a note, less than greater than he handed it to me with shaking hands. I opened it. One sentence in her handwriting. "I'm sorry, Logan. I love Ryan. We're leaving together. Don't try to find us." Less than greater than the church went dead silent. My mother screamed. My father tried to hold me up. I didn't cry. I didn't scream. I just folded the note, put it in my pocket, walked out of the church, got in my car, and disappeared. For 8 years, no one heard from me. Not my family, not my friends, not even the police. I vanished because that day, something inside me died, and something else was born. Something patient, something ruthless, something that would wait 8 full years to take back everything they stole and make them watch. Less than greater than this is the exact moment a groom left at the altar decided to become a shadow. For 8 long years, until the perfect day came, to step back into the light and destroy them both. You're not ready for what I did when I finally came back. The day after the wedding, I drove north until the road ended. No phone, no credit cards, just the tuxedo on my back, $3,400 cash from the wedding gifts, and the note in my pocket. I burned that night. I cut my hair, grew a beard, changed my name to James Reed. For 8 years, nobody knew if I was alive or dead, and that was exactly the point. Less than greater than first year. Survival. I lived in a $300 a month trailer in northern Idaho, worked night shifts at a lumber mill, saved every single dollar. Second year. Education. I enrolled online under my new name: computer science, cryptography, finance. I never slept more than 4 hours. I ate once a day. I didn't drink. I didn't date. I didn't smile. Every night I read that burned note in my head and added another 0 to my plan. Third year, the first million. I built a dark web analytics tool, sold it anonymously for $1.4 million in Bitcoin, cashed out through 47 shell companies. No one could trace it. Fourth year, the Second Empire. I started buying distressed properties in dying towns, fixed them, rented to veterans, reinvested every penny. By year 5, I owned 83 houses, all cash, all in LLCs they would never connect to me. Year 6, the silent takeover. I started acquiring companies that supplied my brother's construction business. One by one. Quietly. He never knew. Year 7. The final preparation. I built a private intelligence network, ex-military, ex-CIA, people who owed me favors from places I can't name. They watched Ryan and Sophia for 14 months. Every move, every purchase, every secret, less than greater than. And what they found was perfect. Ryan had become a successful real estate developer, built a mini empire on daddy-in-law's money. Sophia was his trophy wife, 2 kids, big house, country club, Instagram perfect. They named their company Reed and Reed Developments. They had no idea the real Reed was coming. Year 8, May 17th, 2025. Exactly 8 years to the day she left me at the altar. I stepped off a private jet in the same city I disappeared from, wearing a $38,000 suit, net worth $187 million, and a single manila folder in my hand. Inside, deeds to every property they owned, contracts they were about to sign, bank accounts about to be frozen. I walked into their office building at 9 a.m. Security knew my name. They saluted. Because I had bought the building 6 months earlier, less than greater than Ryan was in the boardroom, giving a presentation to investors. Sophia was in the audience, pregnant with their 3rd child. The doors opened. I walked in. Dead silence. Ryan's face went white. Sophia dropped her coffee. I smiled. "Good morning, brother. Long time no see." May 17th, 2025. 9 a.m. sharp. I walked into the 42nd floor boardroom of Reed and Reed Developments, the company my brother built with my fiancée's father's money while the world thought I was dead. The room was full. 22 investors, bankers from J.P. Morgan, lawyers from 3 different firms, local politicians, press photographers in the corner. Ryan was at the head of the table, mid-presentation, pointing at a $380 million waterfront condo project they were about to break ground on. Sophia sat in the front row, 3rd pregnancy, designer dress, perfect hair, perfect smile. The double doors opened. Security didn't stop me. They saluted. I walked straight to the front, dropped a black leather briefcase on the table, and spoke the first words anyone had heard from me in 8 years. "Good morning, everyone. My name is Logan Reed. Some of you may remember me as the groom who was left at the altar 8 years ago today. As of 8:47 this morning, I am now the majority shareholder of every company, property, and contract in this room." Less than greater than Ryan stood up slowly, face white, voice barely a whisper. "Logan, you're supposed to be—" I opened the briefcase. Inside, 47 folders. One for every minute I planned to speak. I started with folder number 1. Item 1. Reed and Reed Developments. 68% controlling interest acquired over the last 14 months through 127 different LLCs. Effective immediately, all board members are terminated. Folder number 2. Item 2. The waterfront project you're presenting right now, permits revoked at 8:12 this morning. The land is now owned by my holding company. Folder number 3. Item 3. The bank financing this deal? I bought 54% of their commercial loan portfolio yesterday. Your loan has been called. Due in full. Today. Less than greater than. Sophia started hyperventilating. One of the investors tried to stand up. Security, my security, blocked the door. I continued. Folder number 7. Ryan, your personal guarantee on the $42 million construction loan? I now own the note. You have 30 days to pay, or I foreclose on every property you've ever touched. Folder number 12. Sophia, the prenup you made Ryan sign. I have the only copy. The original was destroyed in a fire last night. Accident, of course. Folder number 19. Your children's trust funds? Transferred to my foundation this morning. They'll be fine. They'll never know your names. Folder number 27. Your parents' house? The one your father used as collateral? Sold at auction yesterday. New owners move in next week. Folder number 34. Your reputation? Every journalist in this room just received a press kit with 8 years of messages, photos, and bank records proving exactly how you built this company while the world thought I was dead. Folder number 41. And finally, the wedding venue you booked for your vow renewal next month? I bought it 6 months ago. It's now a homeless shelter for veterans. Less than greater than 47 folders. 47 minutes. 47 separate deaths of everything they had built. When I finished, Ryan was on his knees. Sophia was screaming silently. Investors were scrambling for the door that wouldn't open. I closed the briefcase. You took 8 years of my life. I just took everything you'll ever have in 47 minutes. We're even. Then I walked out. Security opened the doors. The photographers got their shots. The story went viral before lunch. That was just the beginning. They didn't accept defeat. 11 days after the 47-minute massacre, they launched a counterattack. Day 1. Ryan hired the most expensive crisis lawyer in the state, $1,200 an hour, filed emergency injunctions in 3 courts, claimed fraud, coercion, mental incapacity. I let them spend $380,000 in legal fees in 72 hours. Day 3. Sophia went public. Tearful interview on local news. My husband's brother came back from the dead and stole our lives. #justice. For Sophia trended locally. I waited. Day 5. They found a judge who granted a temporary restraining order freezing all my companies in the state. That night I flew to the Cayman Islands. Activated Plan B. 38 offshore entities that owned the owning companies that owned the companies they were suing. The restraining order became worthless paper. Day 7, Ryan tried to rally investors. Secret meeting in a country club. Promised them I was unstable, PTSD, dangerous. Every investor in that room received an encrypted USB stick the next morning. Contents: audio of Ryan bragging how he slept with Sophia 2 weeks before my wedding. Bank records showing he used my credit cards while I was missing. Photos of them laughing at my empty coffin at the memorial service they held when they thought I was dead. By day 9, every investor pulled out. The country club canceled Ryan's membership. His lawyer quit, unpaid bills. Day 10, Sophia tried the nuclear option, went to the police, filed harassment, stalking, threats. I was waiting at the station when she walked in, with my lawyer and the district attorney, old friend from the Marines. I played one video, security footage from the boardroom, time-stamped, her begging me to take her back on her knees, offering to leave Ryan, offering anything. Case closed in 6 minutes. Day 11, the final strike. 11:11 a.m. I walked into their mansion, the one they bought with my stolen life. Security let me in. They worked for me now. Ryan was on the couch, drunk at noon. Sophia was packing suitcases with shaking hands. I placed one document on the coffee table. Quitclaim deed. Their house, transferred to my veteran foundation that morning. They had 24 hours to vacate. Ryan tried to swing at me. Once, my security carried him out by the arms. Sophia just cried. I left one thing on the kitchen counter, the original wedding invitation from 2017, still in perfect condition. On the back, handwritten, some invitations expire after 8 years. Some never do. Enjoy the street you once tried to sell. L.R. Less than greater than... They were on the curb with 6 suitcases when the new family moved in, a Gold Star wife and her 3 kids. The little boy asked why the lady was crying. His mom said, "Some people learn the hard way that karma keeps perfect records." That was the last time anyone saw them in that city. They live 400 miles away now. Ryan pumps gas. Sophia works night shift at a nursing home. Their kids go to public school. And every year on May 17th, they receive the same gift. A single wedding photo, me in the tux, empty space where the bride should be, with a note, "Still the best day of my life, because it made me who I am today." 8 years have passed since that boardroom massacre. Ryan and Sophia no longer exist in the world they once knew. They live in a small town 400 miles away, a place with one stoplight and no future. Ryan works the night shift at a 24-hour gas station, minimum wage plus tips. He wears a blue polyester vest with his name stitched in cursive. Customers call him Buddy. Some of them are people who once invested in his company. Sophia is a certified nursing assistant at a state-run nursing home, $17.40 an hour. She changes adult diapers for people who used to come to their old Christmas parties. They rent a 2-bedroom apartment above a laundromat. The walls are thin. The baby monitor picks up the neighbors fighting. Their 3 children go to public school. Free lunch program. Hand-me-down clothes. Every year on May 17th, the anniversary of the wedding that never happened, a plain white envelope arrives in their mailbox. No return address. Inside, a single photograph of the empty altar from 2017. A second photograph of my current family, my wife, our 3 kids, standing in that exact same church, same altar, 8 years to the day later. One handwritten line. Some weddings do happen, just not yours. They never opened the envelope in front of the kids. Less than greater than they tried to move once. New town, new names, new life. 3 weeks later, the envelope found them anyway. They stopped trying. That's real karma. Not loud, not dramatic, just quiet, patient, and permanent. Today I am 42 years old. Net worth, just over $640 million. I own 14 companies, 4 charitable foundations, and a private island in the Bahamas that doesn't appear on any public map. I fly private. I wear watches that cost more than houses. I can buy anything I want with a single phone call. But none of that is the best part. The best part wakes up next to me every morning. Her name is Amelia, former Army trauma surgeon, 2 tours in Afghanistan. The woman who once held dying soldiers together with her bare hands while bullets flew overhead. We met exactly 8 years and 1 day after the wedding that never happened. May 18th, 2025. I was giving a keynote at a military medical conference in D.C. She was in the front row in dress blues, Medal of Honor ribbon hidden under her jacket, eyes that had seen too much. After my talk, she walked straight up to me and said, "Logan Reed, I read about what you did to your brother and ex-fiancée. That was impressively evil." I laughed for the first time in 8 years. 3 hours later, we were drinking bourbon in the hotel bar, and she told me her own story, lost her entire unit, came home broken, rebuilt herself piece by piece. By sunrise, I knew this was the woman I had been waiting for without even knowing it. We married exactly 1 year later. May 17th, 2026. Same church, same altar, same priest. He remembered me and just smiled. Only this time, the bride showed up. We have 3 children now. Our oldest son, Michael, 6 years old, already knows how to salute properly. Our daughter, Ava, 4, bossy, fearless, has her mother's eyes. Our youngest, Noah, just turned 1, sleeps in the exact crib I once built for the child Sophia never gave me. Every morning I wake up to the sound of laughter in the house I bought back from the bank that tried to foreclose on it after Ryan and Sophia destroyed my credit. Every night I fall asleep with Amelia's head on my chest, her dog tags and my old wedding ring, the one Sophia returned, hanging together on the same chain around her neck. Less than greater than we turned the old family estate, the one Ryan tried to steal, into a rehabilitation center for wounded veterans. Free for life. Every room named after a fallen brother or sister, and every year on May 17th, we throw the biggest party the town has ever seen. The whole street shuts down. Military bands, fireworks, hundreds of veterans and their families. At exactly 19:17, 7:17 p.m., the exact time the wedding was supposed to start, I stand on the same spot where the altar was, raise a glass, and toast to second chances, and to the people who deserve them. That's my life now. Not revenge, victory. Every year, on May 17th, exactly 8 years after she left me at the altar, I do one last thing. At 19:17, the exact minute the wedding was scheduled to begin, I go to my office safe, take out the original wedding invitation from 2017, still perfectly preserved in a glass frame. Then I sit down at my desk, open a bottle of 1959 Macallan, and write one handwritten letter. No email, no text, just ink on heavy cream paper. I mail it myself. No return address. They receive it 3 days later. Every single year. This is the letter I sent last month, word for word. Ryan and Sophia, 8 more years have passed. You are still alive. I am still winning. Your children are growing up never knowing the people you used to be. My children are growing up never knowing the pain you caused. You live in a world that forgot you. I live in a world I built from the ashes you left me. This will be the last letter you ever receive from me. There will be no more invitations, no more photographs, no more reminders. You have been erased, not by hate, by indifference. You no longer exist in my story. Live whatever life is left to you. I have already lived mine. Logan Reed, the groom who never was, and the man you never saw coming. Less than greater than I sealed the envelope, dropped it in the mailbox, closed the chapter forever. And that's the real ending. Revenge isn't keeping them in pain. Real revenge is removing them from your universe so completely that their names never cross your mind again. Less than greater than. So if you're watching this right now and someone betrayed you, left you at the altar, stole your future, counted you out, remember one thing. The pain they gave you is just the admission price to the greatest comeback story you will ever live. You don't need to destroy them. You just need to become so undeniable that one day they wake up and realize the biggest mistake of their life was underestimating you. Thank you for staying until the very end of this 60-minute story. If it hit you, do exactly 3 things right now. 1. Drop your own betrayal or comeback story in the comments. I read every single one. The best ones become tomorrow's videos. 2. Hit subscribe and turn on the bell. Tomorrow at 19:30 Moscow time, another hour-long revenge masterpiece. This time, the cheater loses $14 million with one phone call. 3. Share this video with one person who needs to hear it today. Because sometimes The best revenge is simply becoming the version of yourself they never believed was possible. This is Logan Reed, signing off. See you tomorrow.